Brandy got sick, and I'd lost contact with them because I was so focused on getting my grandmother well that I wasn't interacting with them as often as I should have been or was doing prior to. So from there, he went through a lot with Brandy trying to get her well. She ended up having stomach cancer, and in 2016, it unfortunately took her life.
We were friends per se, even though there was a little
correction.
Content. What?
We were not friends.
Well,
me and his late wife were friends.
That's true.
So she and I worked together because she owned a salon and I was a hairdresser. So I ended up working with her at her salon, and she and I worked together in business adventures as well with beauty control. And then 2 years after we started working together, my grandmother got very, very ill. So I ended up having to leave to go to Colorado to get my grandmother and bring her back to Florida. And during that time period is when Brandy got sick, and I'd lost contact with them because I was so focused on getting my grandmother well that I wasn't interacting with them as often as I should have been or was doing prior to. So from there, he went through a lot with Brandy trying to get her well. She ended up having stomach cancer, and in 2016, it unfortunately took her life. Going through the grief together, going through all of the challenges. Ooh, here it comes. Going through all the challenges that we went through, our girls have been our rock because we've seen how strong that they've been together. And it's made us stronger as husband and wife and as parents because of how they've respected us, loved us, cherished us, and lifted us up even when we were in the weakest moments of our times of life. So yeah, we are 100,000% blessed with them girls. 100,000.
Yeah, they would challenge us if we got a little off track. They would challenge us and cause us to think about things, and come at me as if it was outside looking in instead of involved. It was pretty neat how mature these girls became so soon.
I'm sure that there was probably some times where y'all probably was like, look, I don't know if this gonna work. Girls is probably like, look,
it's gonna work.
Y'all gonna make this work.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, right. Well, I think that they keep us with a positive mindset. I was challenged today. Actually, it started last night. I was challenged because even though we try so hard to stay positive, we have those moments of slip ups. Mm-hmm. And I had that moment of slip up last night that poured into this morning. And the worst thing, and I've learned this lesson, the worst thing to do is get on Facebook or social media and start scrolling. And the worst thing to do is go start looking at them comments. I challenge you to at least once to twice a day, if not more, go find any kind of whatever, reel, post on any social media, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and go say something positive.
Mm-hmm. That's tough.
Be positive because your words are extremely powerful.
Right.
And if you put positivity out there, the more positivity you put out there, the more people will start to follow. And I challenge everybody to do that.
He and I, we're best friends. We're friends.
That's great.
And so of course we enjoy spending time together.
I see it
too,
Yeah, so, I see it in both of you for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I actually wonder, is she going to get tired of me at some point? It's crossed my mind. But we keep just jiving, thank goodness.
And I say things to him like that all the time. I asked him earlier, just out of the blue, we were in the car and I said, I love you. And he said, I love you too. I said, do you get tired of hearing that? He said, I get tired of you asking me if I get
Asking me.
tired.
That sounds like something he would have said to me.
I get tired of her asking me, baby, does this look good? I'm like, I'll throw some dirt on it. It'll tame it down a little bit.
A lot of the things that we go through in life and a lot of the reasons why we react is from past traumas. And unless we learn how to overcome some of those past traumas, we'll never be able to properly heal. And so I write about those past traumas of things that had happened to me. And one of the things that had happened to me, nobody knew about except for him. And he didn't even know the whole story until he read the book. But he knew a little bit of what had happened from the time I was 6 to 8 years old. My family did not know. My mom didn't know. My dad didn't know. And I was really nervous about writing it because I had never spoke to anybody about this situation in my life. But the reason why I wrote it is because I hear a lot of things about people wanting to live in the victim status. And they claim that they're a victim. They claim that they can never trust men again. They claim that, because this happened to them is the reason why they X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm not a victim. I will never live in that victim status. I am victorious over the things that did happen to me. Yes, these things that happened to me were very unfortunate and should never, ever, ever happen to such a young girl.